Okay guys, today I'm going to show you how to do pretty much anything with ABS plastic. Here I have a car grill. It's like a rare part that I had to search for, so it's a big deal, but it's actually broken. You can see the metal mesh originally had these little tabs where these circles are that held the mesh on all the way around, and those have all broken off. Not the best design if you ask me. But also these studs where they mount to the hood, you can see there's a couple here, but the ones on the top corners have broken off. So I'm going to reattach those, kind of putty them back together as well. Now you can see that I've already started doing it along this top edge. It looks really sloppy because I just kind of smeared it on there with a butter knife, and this putty dries really fast, like as you're using it, so you really got to be quick. But once I'm done, I'm going to clean this up and probably throw a light coat of black paint over it so it's not so ugly. But let's get started with the ingredients and supplies you're going to need. Okay, so there's only two ingredients you're going to need. One is ABS plastic. This is a spoiler I got off of some random car at a junkyard. I actually don't know, but it doesn't matter if it's broken, cracked, it can be shattered into a million pieces. That's actually easier for you because then you don't have to shatter it yourself. You really need to cut this up into as small of pieces as you possibly can to increase the surface area, and that's going to allow the acetone to break it down and mix it to a putty easier and faster. Now, the foolproof way to know how to do that is right here. It says ABS. That's how they mark ABS plastic. It doesn't always look like this. It won't always be in a circle, but it'll always say ABS. Car plastic parts are only ever made out of either ABS or polypropylene. If it's polypropylene, it'll have a PP instead, and that will not work. It has to be ABS. So after you've cut this up as small as you can get it, you're going to introduce your next ingredient, the acetone. Now this is marketed also as nail polish remover, but a lot of times it has other stuff in it. You have to make sure to get it pure acetone. They sell this at Walmart. You can get a much larger jug of it at Home Depot. It's about the same price though. Alright, now here's the actual process. Now first things first, you want to actually get all the paint off of your pieces of plastic before you put them in the acetone, because you want just the plastic melting, not the paint. You can see little flecks of red paint in there where I was not able to get it all off, but you know, get as much off as you can. Secondly, the fumes, whenever you mix these two things together, are very bad. You absolutely do not want to breathe those. Make sure you do it outside like this in a well-ventilated environment, and make sure that you are holding your breath when you're mixing it and, you know, going several feet away to catch your breath like it's a big deal. That being said, you do also want to make sure to use a mixing cup that is acetone safe, that the acetone is not going to dissolve the cup itself. I am just using a cut up acetone bottle. That's pretty foolproof. And you also want a jar that's large enough to put your mixing cup into, because this acetone evaporates very quickly and it dissolves the plastic very slowly. So what you want to do is put all your plastic in the acetone, and it's not going to look like this when you start. It takes a while. And it'll over time dissolve as you stir it. You can see I've got big chunks of plastic that are in here that still have to dissolve. So what you can do is actually just, not that. What you can do is put them in there and mix them around as much as you can, and then you want to put it in the jar to let it kind of sit and break down that plastic so that the acetone does not evaporate while you're doing that. And get it tight, and then just let it sit, and then after an hour or two you can come out and stir it again, and eventually you'll have a putty.